Hello, Shelly Ramus, Volunteer Specialist with Iowa 4-H. One of the requirements of a 4-H club is the club calendar, which should be submitted annually. Today, Mitch Hoyer is going to share about the importance of the club calendar and the why. Why do we use the club calendar? So I'll turn it over to Mitch.
Thanks very much, Shelley. And let's begin to take a little bit closer look at the importance of a club calendar or program in our 4-H program. Club calendars or club programs do serve an important place in our 4-H club program. They're a tool to help clubs plan, to help them function, and to help volunteers, leaders, and really our club groups as a whole create opportunities to learn for all youth in our program. 4-H club calendars are not new. 4-H clubs have been using these kinds of programming tools for a long time. This club program from 1936 and the Washington Livestock Club in Greene County, Iowa, shows a planned program for this club from April through December. And if you take a closer look at the 3 months on the right-hand side of the screen, you will see that each of them shows the date of the club meeting, the location of the club meeting, what's going to happen, what is the roll call. It talks about the program. We see in June that there are 2 presentations. Howard is going to talk about care and management of the poultry flock, and Marvin is going to talk about noxious weeds in Iowa. It talks about recreation or entertainment, and that in June, Laverne and Donald are in charge of that activity. In July, it says the club's going to take a tour. We'll come back and talk about that a little bit later in our slides about the importance of staff looking at those kinds of things. And we see that in August, again, it says when and where and who's responsible. And in this case, they have an outside speaker and who is responsible for arranging that speaker. So as we think about 4-H clubs, we go back to our definitions and requirements of Iowa 4-H clubs, subtitled Creating Vibrant Learning Opportunities. We do have a document that talks about what we expect clubs to do. One of the things in there is that we state that a vibrant 4-H club has a culture of learning. That is a part of who we are. The definitions also go on to say that 4-H clubs and groups are to use approved programs and curriculum, and that clubs and groups use planned opportunities to help youth learn. A basic principle of 4-H clubs and groups is that the group meets regularly and that the group engages youth for a long-term progressive series of educational experiences. Our defining document also includes as a must, not a should or could, but a must, that clubs and groups are to have a minimum of 6 learning gatherings each year. That background and requirements help us begin to understand why it's important for county extension staff to help 4-H clubs and groups and volunteers evaluate their club calendars and programs. This is about planning high-quality learning experiences for youth. It's about ensuring that planning actually happens and that gatherings aren't happening and things are done on the fly. It's an opportunity for us to take a look at, have the risk management and safe environments thought out. It's really about program fidelity and quality, and what it really is about is ensuring that we have vibrant and functioning 4-H clubs. Why should extension staff review a club program when it comes in? It's an opportunity for you to take a look at the quality of the program. It helps you assess, is that particular club providing educational opportunities? It helps you take a look at what materials might they be using. If you see a topic listed, that gives you an opportunity to make contact with a leader and say, hey, I see at your June club meeting you're going to be talking about this topic. I want to make sure that you know we have this resource or these resources available. If you see, as with that 1936 club, that the club is planning a trip or an activity, it gives you a chance to reach back out to that 4-H leader and say, hey, let's talk about the risk management components. What is it you're going to be doing? How are you transporting young people? Does it involve overnight? Do we have all the elements to create a safe environment in place? Maybe you see that they have listed some kind of fundraising opportunity on their club program. They're going to do a pancake breakfast, an omelet supper, whatever that might be. This is an opportunity for you as a staff member to reach out to that club or that leader and make sure that they have the appropriate approvals and the fundraising approval forms submitted in accordance with our financial regulations. This can also be a tool to help evaluate club programs, and it can be a tool to begin to assist with volunteer evaluations throughout the year. We really want to begin reviewing club programs as a way to help clubs improve and grow. It's a way to help our leaders continue to provide great experiences for young people in our program.
There are several club calendar templates now available on the Regulation and Guidance webpage of the Iowa 4-H website. You will find the club calendar templates under the Club Chartering section. Use the web address shown on the screen to get to the Regulations and Guidance page, or from the Iowa 4-H website, you can type in the search function, Regulations and Guidance. Thank you for tuning in today to learn more about club calendars, and thank you for all that you do for Iowa 4-H.